I'm not going to lock it in yet. Go ahead. Go with your question.
So, I got my bike so that I forgot about it. Oh, wait, I'm coming.
Will the bike cage be unlocked?
Can I open it?
Yeah. No one's going to is it locked?
Yeah.
Then I'm sure you'll be fine. I think. I've never tried. I'm the director, and this is
me, Ari Adams. I'm the student director.
Thank you so much for coming. Starting our week 2, really our second show, but still, of Romeo and Juliet. We're so excited to have you in the auditorium. We just have a couple important reminders before we get started.
First of all, no food or drink in the theater. We need to keep the space very clean, and we're going to kindly ask you guys to do that. And no phones at all. no flash photography, no recording, no any of that, please. We do have it live streamed though, and you can see a mic right there. So none of you are really sitting near that mic, but if you are, it can also pick up your conversations. So if you are near that mic, make sure to be a little quieter in your conversations.
And if you're a family of someone in the cast and you're really looking to get that scene that they were so wonderful in, because this is Shakespeare, we are able to maintain that recording. So we ask that you please do not record, even if that's your scenario, and we'd be happy to provide you with footage later at your request. Some other things. Take a moment to look around. We've got some of these exit lights real quick. In the event of an emergency, please go to the nearest exit. There won't be one, but just in case there is. There will be a 15-minute intermission today where you can go out to the lobby, purchase snacks, drinks, and the like. I'd also like to invite you to take a look at our website, tcamvapa.org. We have a Vapa mixer, a little less than a week next Monday on December 11th. Check it out. It should be a good time, some student performances, and it will be a delight. We've got some strobe usage in the show. I want to give you a heads up about that. If you are a HISP student or a student here to get a cultural event or any other thing, at the end of the show, that is the end of the entire show, we will have a member of our box office staff with a stamp to stamp your ticket. Teachers have been informed that that's the way to verify attendance, and that's the only way to verify attendance. So make sure you get that stamp. I will not stamp it if you come back to me tonight. And for everyone else, I think that's all I got. Enjoy Romeo and Juliet.
Thank you.
Two households, both alike in dignity.
In fair Verona, where we lay our scene.
From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny.
Where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, pair of star-crossed lovers take their life.
Whose misadventures precede of the crows.
Doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The
Fearful passage of their death march love,
and the continuance of their parents' rage,
But which their children's end
naught could remove.
Is now the 2 hours passage of our stage.
The
which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
The quarrel to your masters and us, their men.
Gregory, on my word, will not carry coal.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we be in Kohler, will draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of collar.
I strike quickly being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runst away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I'll take the wall of any man or maid of Montague's.
That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
'Tis true, and therefore women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore, I will push Montague's men from the wall and thrust his maids to the wall.
The quarrel is between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all fun. I'll show myself a tyrant. When I fought with the men, I will be civil with the maids and cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids.
Aye, the heads of the maids, or their maiden heads, take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in since that feel it.
We they shall feel well I'm able to stand, and 'tis known I'm a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not fish, if thou hadst been poor John. Draw thy tool. Here comes 2 of the house of Montagues.
My naked weapons out quarrel, I will back thee.
How? Turn my back and run?
You may not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our sides. Let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by, and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law on our side if I say I?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
But if you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better?
Well, sir.
Say better. Here goes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw if you be men. Hey!
Like fools! You know not what you do!
What art thou
I say, old Montague comes and flourishes his blade in spite.
Thou villain, Capulet! Hold me not! Let me go!
Thou shalt not stir 1 foot to seek a foe.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel. Will they not hear? What though? You men, you beasts, they quench the fire of your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins. On pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground. Three civil brawls bred of an airy word by thee, old Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For now, all the rest depart away. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
An hour before the worship sun peered forth the golden window of the east. Underneath the grove of sycamore, so early walking did I see your son.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But all so soon as the all-cheering sun should at the furthest east begin to draw. The shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from the light, steals home my heavy son. In private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, makes himself an artificial night.
Black and portentous midst this humor prove, unless good counsel may the cause remove.
So please you step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied.
But Montague is as bound as well as I, and 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in this world. Let 2 more summers wither in her pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And too soon marred are those so early made. Earth hath swallowed all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of mine earth. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to consent is but a part, and she agreed within her scope of choice lies my consent and fair recording voice. This night I hold an accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, not of the Montagues, and you, most welcome, look to behold this night. Earth-treading stars that make dark heaven light, such comfort as do lusty young men feel among fresh female buds. Here all see, and like her most. Come, go with me.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
By noon struck 9.
I mean, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours.
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Of love.
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love be so gentle in his view, be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, this love feel I that feel no love in this. What fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, O brawling love, O loving hate, O anything of nothing first create, O heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, dost thou not laugh?
No, cause I rather weep.
Good heart, at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why, such is love's transgression. Love is a smoke made from the fumes of sighs, being purged of fire, sparkling in lovers' eyes, being vexed a sea, raging with lovers' tears, a madness most discreet.
Why, Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented.
And tell me, in sadness, fair cuz, who is that you love?
In sadness, cause I do love Rosaline.
right, fair mark, fair cuz, as soon as hit.
Well, in that hit, you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow, and in strong truth of chastity well armed, from love's weak bow she lives uncharmed. She will not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to saint seducing gold.
Then she hath sworn she will still have chased.
She hath, and in that swearing make huge waste. She is too fair, too wise, wisely too fair to merit bliss and making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
One fairer than my love? The all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since first the world began. He that is struck and blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrinal's dying debt. At this same night, ancient feast of Capulet, sits the fair Rosaline, who thou so loves, among all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye, compare her face to some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
When the devout religion of mine eye maintains such falsehoods, then turn tears to fire.
But man, one fire burns, another's burning, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
I'll look on, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendors of mine own.
Nurse, where is my daughter? Call her forth to me.
I bade her come, God forbid. Where's this girl, Juliet? Juliet, Juliet.
Hannah, who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered thee. Thou knowest my daughter is of a pretty age.
Faith, I know her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 to my teeth, and yet be it to my teen be it spoken, I have but 4. She is not 14. How long is it now?
Fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd, all days in the year, come Lammas Eve, she shall be 14. Susan and she were of an age, God rest all Christian souls. Well, Susan is with God now, she was too good for me. But as I said, come Lammas Eve, she shall be 14. That shall she marry. I remember it well.
Enough of this, I pray thee. Hold thy peace.
That was the prettiest thing I ever nursed. I should live to see thee married, if I have my wish.
Married? That Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor I dream not of.
An honor? Were I not thine only nurse, I'd have thought thou had sucked wisdom from thy teeth.
Oh. Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona, ladies of esteem were already made mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus, then brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, a man as all the world.
Verona summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
So what say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris's love, and find delight right there with beauty's pen. This precious book, this unbound lover, to beautify him, only lacks a cover. This book in many eyes doth share the glory, in golden clasps locks in the golden story, so that you shall share all that he doth possess, by having him, making yourself no less.
No less, nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly, can you like a Paris's love?
I'll look to like if looking liking move, but no more deep one eye and dart in mine eye than your consent gives it strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come. We follow thee. Juliet!
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
What shall the speech we spoke for our excuse, or shall we on without apology?
Let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
I am not for this ambling.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance!
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead.
This love you speak of. It's
soars above us. It soars.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, you burden love to great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like a thorn.
If love be rough with you, you be rough with love. Prick love from pricking you, and you beat love down.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner envy every man betake himself to his legs.
I'll look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of love, within thou stickest up to the ears. Come ho.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
And why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
Well, dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, I see, Queen Mab, I've been with you!
Queen Mab, who's she?
Queen Mab? She is the fairy's midwife. She comes in a shape no larger than an agate stone, on the forefingers of an elderman, drawn by a little team of anatomies over men's noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot, an empty hazelnut. Her spokes wagon, spinner's legs, with the cover of grasshopper wings and the traces of moonshine's watery beams. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and they dream of love. O'er lawyers' fingers who straighten on fees, o'er ladies' lips who straighten on kisses, dreams which oft the angry Mab with blisters plagues, with their breath sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she driveth over soldiers' necks, and they dream of cutting foreign throats, of breeches and muscados, and then, anon, drums in his ears as he starts and wakes, and being thus frightened, he swears a prayer or two and sleeps again. This is that very same hag, at which maids lies on their backs, pressing them, and learns them to first bear, making the women of good carriage. This is she. She's the fairy's midwife.
Peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkst of nothing.
True, I talk of nothing but dreams, which are the children of an idle brain begot of nothing but vain fantasy, as thin as the substance of air and as inconstant as the wind.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall be late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence. It hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire my term with some foul forfeit of untimely death. But he who hath steerage o'er my course directs my sail. On, lusty gentlemen!
On, lusty gentlemen!
Welcome, gentlemen. My mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? Welcome, gentlemen. I've seen the day that I could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as would please. You are welcome, gentlemen.
What lady's that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel, and in Ethiop's ear, beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, as yonder lady o'er her fellow shows. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night. What dares a Montague come here that the flee and scorn at our solemnity? Stalk in honor of my kin, striking dead, and holding not sin.
How now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
This is a Montague, our fool, a villain that's hither come and spite the scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo?
Tis he.
Contenti. Let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman, and, to say truth, Corona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not, for all the blood I count, keep in my house, do him despairing.
Not endure him.
Shall be endured. I say, go to. You'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul. You'll make a mutiny among my guests.
Oh, uncle, 'tis a shame.
Oh, too. You are a saucy boy. This trick may chance to escape you. I know one. Must you contrary me? Nay, 'tis time you are a twin cocks. Go, be quiet. More life. For shame, I'll make you quiet. What cheerily, my heart.
If I profane with my unworthiest hands the holy shrine, the gentle sin is this: my lips to blushing pilgrims ready stand to seal that rough touch with a gentle kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows it this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is a holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Well then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou, thus bear through despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips by thine my sin is purged.
Then have for my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips. O trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
You kiss by the book.
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
Is she a Capulet?
Away, be gone. The sport is at best.
Aye, so I fear. The more is my unrest.
Madam, what is yon gentleman? If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me, that I must love a loathed enemy.
Juliet!
Come, let's away.
Will withdraw. But this intrusion shall, of sing sweet, convert to bitter now. Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo! My cousin, Romeo!
And on my life, hath stolen him home to bed.
He ran this way and leaped this orchard wall.
Romeo, Hubers, Madam Passion Lover, appear now in thy likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry but I mean, pronounce but love and dove. He hurreth not, he stirreth not, he moveth not. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosalind's bright eyes, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, stray leg, and quivering thigh. And in thy likeness thou appearest to us.
And if he hear thee, thou shalt anger him.
This could not anger him. 'Twould anger him to raise a spirit in his mistress's circle, out of some strange nature letting it there stand till she laid it and conjured it down. That were some spite! My invocation is fair and honest. I conjure but only to raise up him.
Come, he hath consorted himself with the night. Blind is his love, and so best befits the dark.
If love be blind, oh, love cannot hit the mark! Oh!
breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the brightest stars in all the heavens, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars that daylight doth a lamp. Her two eyes in heaven would through that airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being o'er my head as a winged messenger of heaven, unto white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the earth.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I will no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I speak, or shall I hear more?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor arm, nor foot, nor face, nor leg, nor any other part belonging to a man. Ugh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we would call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreened a knight so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet heard 1,000 word of thy tongue's utterance, and yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo? And a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either be dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find me here.
Love flights, love wings, did I o'erperch these walls? For stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do, dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eyes than in 20 of their swords. And look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their gaze. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
But by whose direction foundst thou out this place?
By love's, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, but wert thou as far as that vast shore, washed with the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou know'st the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush, but paint my cheek for what thou hast heard me say tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have said. But farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. But if thou swearst, thou may prove false. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love me, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond. And therefore, thou mayst think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I will prove more true than those with more coin to be strange. I should have been more strange, I confess, but thou overheardst, ere I was ware, my true love passion. And therefore, pardon me, gentlemen, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night has so discovered.
Lady, By yonder blessed moon, I swear that tips with silver all these fruit trees.
Swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest thy love prove more likewise variable.
Well, what should I swear by?
Well, do not swear, or, if thou must, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I will believe thee.
If my heart's true love do swear.
Well, do not swear at all. Although I join thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It's too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like lightning, which ere lightens before one can say it lightens. Good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Oh, good night, good night. Let sweet repose and rest come to thine heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and to give it to thee again, and yet I wish for the one thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Lady Juliet?
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, stay true. Stay but a little, and I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I fear that this being a night is all but a dream, too flatter and sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Montague, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow. By one that I'll come to procure to thee, where and what time to perform thy rite. And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon, but if thou meanst not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come! To cease thy suit and leave me to my grief, tomorrow I'll send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes towards love like schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist! Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the wretched cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo,
My dear,
what o'clock tomorrow should I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot why I did send thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remembers it.
I shall forget again, to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thine company.
And I'll still stay for thee to still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I should have thee gone yet no further than a wanton's bird, who lets it hop little from her hand, like a prisoner in his twisted gyves, with silver thread, plucks it back again, so loving, jealous of his liberty.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I, yet I should kill thee with so much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such a sweet sorrow, so I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thy eyes, peace in thy breath. Were't I were sleep and peace so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's close cell, his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
The gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in plants, herbs, stones, and their true qualities. Within the infant rind of this weak flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For this being smelt with that part cheers each part, being tasted slays all senses with the heart. For not so vile on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. Nor on aught so good, but strains from that fair use, revolts from true birth, stumbling on abuse. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice sometimes by action dignified.
Morrow, father.
Benedicite, what early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true, the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin, wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father? No, I have forgot that name, and that name is woe.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me that's by me wounded. Both our remedies within thy help and holy psychic lie.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. We met, we wooed, and made exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consents to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes.
Thou chidest me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
And badest me bury love.
Not in a grave to lay one in, another out to have.
I pray thee, chide me not. Her I love now, that grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well, thy love did read by rote and could not spell. But come, young waver, come, go with me. In one respect, I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's.
Ah, then it is that same hard-headed wench Rosaline that torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt hath sent a challenge.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead! Stabbed with the white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart cleft, with the blind bow boy's butt shaft! And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than a king of cats, I can tell you. He is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights while you sing prick songs, keeps time, distance, and proportion. He rests his minimum rest. 1, 2, and the third in your bosom! The very butcher! The immortal passador! The punto reverso! The
What? Here comes Romeo.
Signor Romeo, oh, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Assisez is a French salutation. In your French slope, you gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The sleep, sir, the sleep. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. But my business was great, and in a case such as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
I am the very pink courtesan.
Pink for flower?
Sure wit, thou hast most kindly hit it. Good Benvolio, come between us, come. Now, isn't this better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo, now art thou what thou art? This driveling love is like a great natural that runs rolling up and down to hide its babble in a hole!
Good morrow, gentlemen. I desire some conference with you.
So, ho! Romeo, will you be at your father's for dinner? Thither.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell.
I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was that was so full of his ropery?
A gentleman, nurse, that loves to hear himself talk and will speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
If he speak anything against me, I'll take him down. If he were lustier than he is, and 20 such jacks, and if I cannot, I will find those who shall. I am none of his flirt gills. I am none of his gainsmates, and thou must stand by and suffer every knave use me as his pleasure.
Oh, no, I saw no man use it as pleasure. If I had, my weapon should quickly have been out, I warrant you. Oh, I dare draw as soon as I see another man, and occasional good quarrel. Oh, and the law on my side.
Now, afore God, I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. Scurvy, stay! And pray you, sir, a word. As I told you, my young lady bade me inquire you about. What she bade me say, I will keep to myself. But first let me tell you, if you should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it would be a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, and therefore if you shall deal double with her, truly it were an ill thing be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to my lady and mistress. Bid her some devise, some means to come by Friar Lawrence's cell this afternoon, for there she shall be married.
This afternoon? Well, she shall be there.
And stay, good nurse, behind the abbey wall. Within the hour my man will be with thee, and bring thee a tackled cord made like a stairway up to the high-top gallant of my joy must be my convoy in the secret night. Farewell, be trusty, and I'll quit thy pains.
Now God in heaven bless thee.
Commend me to my lady.
Aye, 1,000 times. Peter?
Anon.
Before and apace.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse, and half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. Oh, she is lame. Now the sun is on the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 to 12 is 3 long hours, and yet she has not come. Had she affections and warm, youthful love, she would be as swift and motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and his to me. But many old folks feign as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as black.
Oh,
Nurse, hast thou met with him?
Peter, stay at the gate.
Now, sweet nurse. Oh, Lord, why dost thou look sad? Though news be sad, yet tell it merrily.
I am weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt had I.
I would thou hadst my bones, and I thy news. Now, good sweet honey nurse, speak, honey nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste! Can you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to tell me that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make in the lay is longer than the tale that thou dost excuse. Just let me be satisfied. Is thy news good or bad? Say either, and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo, no, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excels all men's. And for a hand and a foot and a body, though they not be talked on, they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, yet I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb.
But all this I did know before. Come, what stands his disposition to be married?
Lord, how my head aches. It beats as it would fall into 20 pieces. Oh, my back! Oh, the other side!
In faith, I'm sorry that thou art not well. Come. What says he of our marriage?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a kind, and a courteous, and I warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is my mother?
Oh my God, lady dear, are you so hot? Henceforth, do your messaging yourself.
You're such a coil. Come. What says my love?
Have you got to leave to go to church today?
I have?
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell, and there stays a husband waiting to make you a wife.
High fortune, honest nurse, farewell!
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do but close our words with holy words, and hang love-devouring death to what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in his own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore love moderately, long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady. Oh, so light but from that round to everlasting flint. A lover may bestride the gossamers, the idols, and the wanton summer air, and yet not fall, so light is vanity.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him as else is his thanks too much.
Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, and that thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten with thy breath this neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive it either by this dear encounter.
Conceit, more rich in matter than words, brags of substance rather than ornament. They are mere beggars that can count their worth. My love has grown to such excess that I cannot sum up half of my wealth.
Come, come with me, and we will make short work. For by your leaves you shall not stay alone. Now, Holy Church, incorporate two in one.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet them, we shall not escape a brawl. But these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thy art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Verona, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved. Thy head is full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beaten as idle as an egg for quarreling. And yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling?
By my head. Here come the Capulets.
By my heel I care not.
On me close, precious Mister. Gentlemen, get in, board with one of you.
And but one word with one of us. Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
Shall find me apt enough to that, sir. Could you will give me occasion?
Can't you take some occasion without giving?
If you're sure that consorts with Romeo.
Consorts? Consorts! Dost thou make us minstrels, and dost thou make minstrels of us, to hear nothing but discords? Here's my fiddlesticks, here's that shall make you dance! Zounds, consorts!
Either withdraw to some private place or reason coldly your grievances. For here all eyes gaze upon us.
And let them gaze. Men's eyes were made to look. I will budge for no man's pleasure.
Mercutio. Oh, peace be with you, good sir. Here comes my man. Romeo, I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art civilus. Tybalt, the reasons that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none, therefore farewell. I see thou knowst me not. But I shall not excuse the injury that thou hast done me, therefore turn and draw. I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. So, good Capulet, which name I tender dearly as mine own, Be satisfied.
Vile, dishonorable submission! Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives. No!
I'm for you.
Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, hold Tybalt, good Mercutio.
A plague on both your houses!
All dead, make the bold, but fear must bid thee a farewell.
Has he gone and hath nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
I scratch. Them in worms me to be.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
'Tis not so deep nor so wide, but 'twill do. 'Tis enough. A plague on both your houses! Why the devil did you come between us? I was under your
I
arm!
got all for the best!
Step in, Romeo. Help me into some house, for I shall surely faint. A plague on both your houses! And they haven't it surely to your houses!
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got his mortal wound in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander, Tybalt that an hour hath been my cousin. Sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me weak and too rash, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Romeo! Good Mercutio is dead. That balanced spirit hath aspired the clouds, which too untimely here did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end. Tybalt!
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph and Mercutio slain. Away to heaven, respective lenity, and fire-art fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy that did consort him here. Shall the men?
This shall determine that.
Away, be gone! If the prince shall find thee, he shall doom thee death!
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou stand there amazed? Away! Run, Romeo!
Which way ran he that killed Mercutio? Tybalt, the murderer! Which way ran he?
There lies that Tybalt.
Up, sir. Go with me. I charge thee in the prince's name. Obey.
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Tybalt! Oh, my brother's child!
What fear is this which startles in our ears?
He's a Montague. Affection makes him false. Princess, thou art true, for blood of ours, shed blood of Montague. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold friends, friends pray, and twixt them he wishes, but could not stop the life of Tybalt. He is slain.
Romeo slew him, he slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, Prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes, but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence.
Noble prince!
I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he's found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and attend our will. Mercy but murder is pardoning to those that kill. Romeo is banished.
Saida. Memorize the first paragraph. I believe it. Yeah, I know you have a good memory. You got that. Well, I'm glad that Wanda down there. She was obnoxious. She's I don't think so. I didn't know her last name was Andrews. It's my last name. Yeah. I said, oh my God, I could claim her. She is. I tried it so Okay. Bye. This reminds me of high school. They also have
Come night, come Romeo, come thou day and night, leap to these arms, spread thy close curtain, love performing night, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to their amorous rights by their own beauties, or if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, gentle night, come, loving, black-browed night, give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him and cut him out to stars, and he shall make the face of heaven so fine that all will be in love with night and pay no attention to the garish sun. Oh, I have a love but not possessed it.
Alack the day.
I mean, what news, nurse? Now, nurse, what news?
He's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Can heaven be so empty?
Romeo can. Though heaven cannot, Romeo can. Romeo, who would have ever thought it? Romeo.
Hath Romeo slain himself?
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes here on his manly breast, a piteous course. A bloody, piteous course.
Oh, break my heart, break at once!
Oh, Tybalt! Tybalt, that I should ever live to see thee dead.
Is Romeo slaughtered and Tybalt dead?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh, serpent heart hid with a flowering face, beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, just opposite of what thou justly seemst. Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a beauteous palace.
There's no faith, no trust, no honesty in men. All perjure. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows, they make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish! Romeo was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Ah, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, hath mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you, mistaking, offer up joy. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt is dead, that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore I weep then. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. Banished. That one word, banishment. There is no leap, no measure, or bound in that word's death. Where is my mother and father, madam?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse, will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with their tears? Mine shall be spent while theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Oh, to my wedding bed. And death, not Romeo, take my maidenhead!
I'll find your Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark ye, your Romeo will be here at night.
Give this ring to my one true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity. A gentler judgment vanished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banished is banished from the world, and world's exile, death. Then banished is death mistermed, and calling death banishment, thou cuts my head off with a golden axe and smiles upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin! O rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince taking thy part hath rushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing lives here on heaven and may look on her, but Romeo may not. He is banished. And sayst thou yet that exile is not death? How hast thou the heart, my friend professed, to mangle me with that word banished?
Thou fond madman, hear me but speak a word.
Oh, thou wilt speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word, adversity, sweet milk, philosophy to comfort thee.
Oh, hang off philosophy. It helps not, it prevails not. Talk no more.
Oh, then I see that madmen have no ears.
How should they when that wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of what thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like I, and like me banished, might thou speak then?
Friar!
Arise, good Romeo, hide thyself. Thou wilt be taken.
Let me come in. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, holy friar, tell me, oh, holy friar, where is my lady's Romeo?
Nurse!
Ah, sir, that's the end of all.
Stay still, Juliet. How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer? Where is she? How does she? And what says my concealed lady to her cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps, and then on Romeo cries and falls down again.
As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, doth murder her, as that name's cursed hand and murder her kinsman. Tell me, friar, tell me, from what vile part of that anatomy doth that name lodge? Tell me that I might sack the hateful mansion!
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady that in thy life lives by doing damned hate upon thyself? What rouse thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose sake thou wert but lately dead. There, art thou happy? Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There, art thou happy? The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There, art thou happy? A pack of blessings lights up upon thy back. Happiness courts you in her best array. But like a misbehaven and sullen wench, thou pouts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such thy miserable.
Here, sir, a ring she bade me give you, sir.
Oh, how well my comfort is revived by this.
Get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber, hence and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the break of day, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 1,000,000 times more joy than thou wouldst force in my invitation. Go before, nurse. Commend me to thy lady. Romeo is coming.
My lord, I will tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare the child.
Get thee hence, and here stands all your state. Be gone by break of day, sojourn in Mantua, and I shall signify to you from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Good night.
That a joy past joy calls out on me, it were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Very late. She'll not come home. Tonight she is mute up to her heaviness.
Things have fallen out, sir. So unluckily that we have no time to move our daughter. Look, you, she loved her Tybalt dearly.
As did I.
Well, we were born to die.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
Aye, sir. Know her mind early tomorrow.
Sir Ferris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she'll be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I doubt not. Wife, go to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of my son Paris's love, and bid her, mark you me, on Wednesday next. But, soft, what day is this?
Tuesday, my lord.
Tuesday. Well, Wednesday is too soon. Oh, Thursday be it then. Oh, Thursday, tell her, she shall be married to this noble.
Not on Thursday. There is time enough.
Tush, all things shall be well, I warrant thee, wife. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no cray to do, a friend or two, for, hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, maybe he thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsman. Therefore, we'll have some half a dozen friends, and there an end. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Bet you gone. Oh, Thursday be it then. Prepare her, wife, against this wedding day. Farewell, my son. Before me. It is so very late that we may call it early by and by. Good night.
gone? It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candle is burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the men's mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or else stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it, I. It is some meteor that the sun exhaled to be torchbearer and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not be gone.
Let me be tamed, let me be put to death. I am content, so wilt thou have it so. I'll say yon gray is not the morning's eye, nor that it is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulting heaven so far above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and be welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is it, my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is, begone, away. It was the lark that sings harsh discords and unpleasant sharps. Oh, now begone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam, nurse, your lady mother is coming to your chamber.
Then window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell, farewell, one kiss and I'll send.
Oh, wilt thou be gone so? Love, Lord, I, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by count, I shall be much in years, ere once again I can behold my Romeo.
Farewell, I will omit no opportunity to convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall prove as sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divided soul. Methinks I see thee now, as one dead at the bottom of a tomb.
Adieu, adieu.
Fortune, all men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou have with him that is renowned for faith? Be fickle, Fortune, for I hope thou will not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up? Why, how now, Juliet?
Forgive me, madam, I am not well.
After more weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, much of grief still shows some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling lost.
Thou weepst not so much for his death, as that the villain murdered him that lives, that Romeo.
Aye, madam. No man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murdered lives.
Aye, madam, from the reach of these my hands.
Well, now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl. Now thou hast a careful father. One could have put thee from thy heaviness, hast stood at a sudden day of joy. That thou expect not, nor I look not for.
Madam, what day is it?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn. The gallant young and noble gentleman, Sir Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church and St. Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. Go to my lord and father, madam, and tell them I will not marry yet, and when I do, it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it.
How now? Still in tears? Never more showering? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will have none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
How? Will she none? Is she not proud? Does she not give us thanks, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate!
What is this? I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud, Mistress Minion, you Thank me, no thankings, nor proud me, no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next, and go with parents to St. Peter's Church, where I'll drag you there.
Fie! What are you, mad? Father, I beseech you, hear me but with patience to say a word.
Disobedient wretch, I tell thee what. Get thee to church on Thursday, or never look me in the face again. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. We scarce thought us blessed, that God had lent us but this only child, but now I see that we are cursed in having her.
You are wrong, my lord, to blame her so.
Hold your tongue.
I speak no treason.
Peace, you mumbling fool.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. To have a wretched, puling fool in her fortune sent. To answer, I'll not wed, I pray you pardon me. I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. If you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. If you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall ever do thee good. Trust to it. Bethink you, I'll not be forsworn.
Oh, mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage a month, a week, or, if thou wilt not, make it into the same dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I will have done with thee.
Oh, God. Oh, nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return back to earth unless that husband send it to me from heaven? Oh, speak now. Dost thou not have a word of joy?
Faith, here it is. I think it best you marry this marriage with a lovely gentleman. Oh, I think you're happy in this match, for it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead, or 'twere as if he were as living here and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thine heart?
And my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Go to my mother and father, madam, and tell them that I have made confession to be absolved at Friar Lawrence's cell.
Mary, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! Oh, most wicked fiend! To dispraise my lord with the same tongue thou hast praised him with above and compare so many thousand times! I'll to the Friar Lawrence's cell. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir? The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so.
You say you do not know the lady's mind? Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrows so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears. Happily met, my lady, and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be love on Thursday next.
What must be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to the friar?
To answer to that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I should confess to you that I love him.
So will you, I'm sure, that you love me.
If I do so, it'd be more of Christ being spoken behind your back rather than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have gotten small victory yet, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongst it more than tears with that report.
'Tis no slander, sir, but 'tis truth. For what I spake to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
Are you at leisure, holy father, now?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. Good sir, we must entreat the time alone.
God shield, I should disturb devotion. Juliet, early will I rouse you. Till then,
may prevent it.
Oh, Juliet, I already know that grief, it strains me past the compass of my wits.
If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do so, but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I shall help it presently.
Hold!
Be not so long to speak, I long to die.
Hold, good daughter. I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If rather than to marry with this Paris thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away the shame that coaxed with death himself to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris of the highmost battlements of any tower, or walk in thievish ways, or lurk among serpents, or chain me with roaring bears, or hide me nightly in a charnel house, overcome to quiet with dead man's rattling bones, with reeky shakes and yellow chapless skulls, or hide me in a new man's merry grave, and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things that, to have heard said, would have made me tremble, but I would do without fear or doubt to remain an unstained wife to Romeo.
Hold then. Go home. Be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Tonight, take thou this vial, being then in bed, in this distilling liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse shall keep his native progress but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and thy cheeks shall fade to paly ashes, thy eyes' windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of life. Each part, deprived of supple government, shall stiff and stark and cold appear like death. Now when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie, and in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 24 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. In the meantime shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come and watch thy waking, and that very same night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua. And this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconstant fear abate thy valor.
Oh, tell me not to fear.
Get you gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
God give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father. Nurse, leave me to myself tonight, for I have need of many orisons to move for the heavens to smile upon my state. So please you, let me now be left alone.
What? Are you busy? Need you my help?
No, madam. We have called such necessaries as are behoveful for our state tomorrow. So please you, let me now be left alone.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. My dismal scene, I must act alone. Come, vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I then be married by tomorrow morning? No. This shall prevent it. Lie thou there. What if this mixture be poison that the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage she be dishonored for marrying before to my Romeo? I fear it is, yet methinks it not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. What if I awake before the time my Romeo hath come to redeem me? There is a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, through whose foul mouth no wholesome air breathes in, and die there, strangled, ere my Romeo come? Or, if I live, it is not very like the horrible death and conceit, together with the terrors of the place. Should I not be distraught? Oh, look, methinks I see my cousin seeking out Romeo. Stay, Tybalt, stay. Romeo, I come. I drink to thee.
Mistress? What? Mistress? Juliet! No!
Who is this here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look! Look, oh heavy day!
Oh me, my child, my only life! Revive, look up, or I will die with thee! Help, help, call help!
For shame! Bring Juliet forth, her lord has come.
She's dead! Deceased, she's dead!
Alack the day, she's dead, she's dead, she's dead!
Death lies on her, like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the fields.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, son, the night before thy wedding day, death hath lain with thy wife. There she lies. Then love devouring death with what he dared. Flower as she was, deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir. I will die and leave him all. Life, living, all is death.
I have thought long to see this morning's face, and to give it such a sight as this. Beguiled, divorced, wrong and spite and slain. A most detestable death by thee beguiled, cruel, cruelly quite overthrown. Oh love, oh life, not life, but love and death.
Peace, hope, for shame. Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now, heaven hath all, and all the better it is for the maid. Your part in her you could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life.
All things that we ordain at festival turn from their office to black funeral. Our instruments to melancholy bells, our wedding cheer to a sad burial feast, our solemn hymns to a sullen dirge's change. Our bridal flowers serve for a buried corse, and all things change them the contrary.
Sir, go you in, and madam go with him. And go Sir Paris. Everyone prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave. The heavens do lower upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
Faith, be it pepper pipes and be gone. Honest good fellows, put up, for well you know this is a pitiful case.
I, by my troth, this case may be amended.
Oh, musicians! Musicians, oh, heart's ease! Oh, if you will me live, play, heart's ease!
Why heart's ease?
Why, because my heart itself plays, my heart is full of woe. Oh, play some merry dump to comfort me.
Not a dumpling, 'tis no time to play now.
You will not?
No.
Then I will give it to you soundly.
What will you give us?
No money, on my faith, but the glee. Oh, I will give you the minstrel.
Then I will give you the servant creature.
Then I will lay the servant creature's dagger upon your pate. I'll free you, I'll thaw you. Do you know me?
And you as you thaw us, you know us?
Pray you, put up your dagger and put out your wit.
Fine, but have us you with my wit. I'll drive you to with my iron wit and put away my iron dagger. Answer me like that. When gripping griefs the heart doth wound, and doleful months the mind oppress, then music with her silver sound. Why? Silver sound, why? Music with her silver sound. What say you, Simon Catlin?
Marry, sir, because thither hath us we sound.
Great. And you, Riddick?
I say silver sound because musicians sound for silver.
Great, Stu. What say you, James Soundless?
Faith, I know not what to say.
Oh, have mercy! You are the singer! Fine, I shall answer for you.
It's music with her silver sound. Because musicians make no roll for sounding. Oh, when dripping grease the mind of moon and tearful dumps the mind of rest. The music with her silver sound, with speedy help doth wonder dress. Woo! What a peasant knave is the same.
Hang him, Jack. Come, Moon here. Tarry for the mourners and stay dinner.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. And all this day an unaccounted spirit lifts me up above the ground with cheerful thoughts. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. Ah me, how sweet is love itself professed when but love's shadow is so rich in joy. News from Verona. How now, Balthasar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How dost my love? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? This I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body lays in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels' lives. Saw her laid in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me for bringing these ill news, as you did leave it for my office, sir.
Is it e'en so? Then I defy you, stars.
I do beseech you, cuz, have patience.
Leave me.
Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Tush, thou art deceived. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good sir.
No matter. Get thee gone, so shalt thou show me friendship. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, dear cuz. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. Oh, mischief, thou art swift in entering the thoughts of desperate men. I do recall an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells, which I noted in tattered weeds, with overwhelming simples, calling of simples. Meager were his looks, need and oppression starved in the eyes. And in his needy shop, a tortoise hung, an alligator stuffed, and other skins of ill-shaped fishes lined the walls. And about his shelves, a beggarly amount of empty boxes, green, earthy pots, bladders, and musty seeds. Remnants of packed thread and old cakes of roses were scattered to make up a show. And noting this penury to myself, I said, if a man did need a poison now, whose sale is present death and Mantua, here lies a caitiff wretch would sell it him. Oh, these same thoughts did but run my mind, and this same needy man must sell it me. If I recall, this should be the house. It being holiday, the beggar's shop is shut.
Holy Friar, welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
I could not send it, nor get a messenger to bring it thee.
Unhappy fortune! Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. Within 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. Fear comes upon me, oh much I fear some ill unthrifty thing. But I will write again to Mantua. Poor living corse closed in a dead man's tomb.
Ho, apothecary, who calls so loud? Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold, there is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding guilt as may disperse itself through the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead, and that the trunk be discharged as breath, as violently as hasty powder fired from the fatal cannon's wound.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Verona's law is death to any he that utters them.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fears to die? Famine is in thy cheeks, need and oppression starveth in thy eyes, contempt and beggary hangs upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich, then be not poor, but break it, and take this.
My poverty, not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There is thy gold, worth poison to men's souls, and these poor compounds that thou mayst not sell. I give thee poison, thou hast sold me none. Come cordial and not poison. Come with me to Juliet's grave, for there must I use thee.
Give me that torch, boy. Hence and stand aloof. Sweet flower, with flowers that bridal bed I strew. Oh well, thy canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I will do. Or wanting that with tears distilled by moans, the obsequies that I have for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew by thy grave and weep.
What cursed foot wanders this way?
This is that banished Montague.
What ho, stop! Commend, villain. I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, therefore came I hither. Tempt not a desperate man. Put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury, for I come hither armed against myself.
We do defy thy combination, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Well then, have at thee, boy.
Oh Lord, they fight! I will be careful.
If thou be merciful, open the tomb. Lay me with Juliet.
Faith, I will. Let me peruse this fate. Mercutio's kinsman, noble County Paris, will bury thee in a triumphant tomb. Here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence full of light. My love, my wife, forgive me, dear Juliet. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheek, and death's pale flag has not advanced here. Why art thou so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous and keeps thee here, and dark to be his paramour? I will stay with thee, here, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I set up my endless rest, and shake the yokes of inauspicious stars from this world-weary flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips,
roasting death.
Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot, now at once run on this dashing rocks to thy seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
St. Francis be my speed, how oft tonight have my old feet stumbled at graves. Who's there?
Here's one, a friend, and one that knows you well.
Bless be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torch is yon that vainly lends his light to grubs and eyeless skulls, as I discern it burning from the capel's monument?
It does so, holy sir. There's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long have you been in there?
Full half an hour.
Go with me to the ball.
I dare not, sir. My master knows when I am gone hence, and fearfully did menace me with death if I stay to look on his intents.
Stay then, I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me, oh much I fear some ill unthrifty thing.
As I did sleep under this yew tree here, I dreamt my master and another fought, and that my master slew him.
Romeo. Alack! Alack, what blood is this, which stains the stony entrance of the sepulchre? What mean these masterless and gory swords to lie discolored by this place of peace? Romeo! Pale? Who else? What, Paris too? And steeped in blood? Ah, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance. The lady stirs.
Father, where is my Romeo? I remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my love?
Lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come, come away. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead, and Paris too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet, I dare no longer stay.
Go, get thee hence, for I will not away.
What's this? A cup enclosed in my true love's hand. I see poison hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. There some poison shall hang on them to help me die with respite. Oh, thy lips are warm.
Lead, boy, which way?
Yeah, noise? Then I'll bring it brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thine sheath. There rest, and let me die.
This is the place. There, the door shall burn. Go, some of you, search around the church first.
here hath lain these 2 days buried. Go, tell the prince, run to the Capulets, rise at the Montagues, some other search. We see the ground whereon these woes do lie, but the true ground of all these piteous woes we cannot without circumstance descry.
Here's Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard.
Hold him in safety till the prince come hither.
Here's the friar that trembles, sighs, and weeps. He was coming from this churchyard side.
With great suspicion, say the friar too.
What misadventure is so early up we called our person from our morning rest? What should it be that they should shriek abroad?
The people in the street cry Romeo, some Juliet, some Paris, and all run with open outcry towards our monument.
What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Sovereign, here lies the County Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, one and new killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Here's a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man with instruments upon them fit to open this dead man's tombs.
Oh, heavens. Oh, my, look how our father. This dagger hath mistake, for lo, his house is empty on the back of Montague, and it was sheathed in my daughter's bosom.
Oh me, the sight of death is as of a bell. It warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up. See thy son and heir now early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. We folk in my son's exile has stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look and thou shalt see.
O thou art taught! What manners is it this to press before thy father to a grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while till we can clear these ambiguities and know their spring, their head, their true descent. Only then will I be general of your woes and lead you even to death. Meantime forbear and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspected, as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. And here I stand, both to impeach and purge, myself condemned and myself excused.
Then say it once what thou dost know in this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as is a tedious tale. Romeo, their dead, was husband to that Juliet, and Juliet, their dead, was Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her perforce to County Paris. Then comes she to me, and with wild looks bid me devise some means to rid her of this second marriage, or there in my cell would she kill herself. Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come as this dire night, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. Then all alone, at the prefixed hour of her waking, came I to take her from the vault, meaning to keep her closely at my cell till I conveniently could send to Romeo. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her awaking, here untimely lay the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I entreated her come forth and bear this work of heaven with patience, but then a noise did scare me from the tomb, and she, too desperate, would not go with me, but as it seems, did violence on herself. All this I know to be true, and to the marriage her nurse is privy. And if aught in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be sacrificed some hour before his time unto the rigor of severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What say he did this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua, this same place to this same monument. This letter, he only bid me give his father, brought me with death going in the vault.
Give me that letter. I will look on it. Where is this county's page that raised the watch? Sarah, what made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. Anon comes one with light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew on him. And then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words. Their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary. Therewithal, came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague? See what the scourge is laid upon your hate? That heaven finds means to kill your joys with love? And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost the brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
O brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that while Verona, by that name is known, there shall be no figure, at such rate be said, that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun, for sorrow, will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.